But it's the, you know, you've got to find your, this is what we're talking about, you've got to find your feet, you've got to get your rhythm going, and, you know, this isn't, it's very different to the atmosphere in Morocco, but it is equally intimidating.
I'd say more so.
Yeah.
More
In a, yeah,
Yeah.
I could get on board with that.
Yeah, because obviously not just the studio, but obviously everybody is more closer.
Yeah, right
to
on
the
it.
actual playing arena. They're right on it. They're calling for shootouts and.
Yeah.
The banters fly in. Yeah.
Oh, a little fortunate.
Yeah.
Just flicked the wrong ball there, but it's come out okay. She may have known that she was just getting that, but it still worked nicely. Not perfect.
No. Looks like she's eyeing up the middle pocket. Yeah.
Cue ball.
Wow.
Oh, just.
I thought she'd overcut that initially.
Yeah, and I think that's
Yeah.
part of the reason the cue ball was tracking.
Yeah, and I think she's not got much to play with here. She's not a drama, but I'm sure she would have preferred to have been running off the top cushion and back down for the black.
Still, straight cue ball to the, sorry, straight 8 ball to the corner for a 1-0 lead. Hammers it in, and that will be a settler for Marion Jude.
The amount of times we've seen it where somebody's gone 1-0 down, that second frame they've either pinched it or took it, and then they've run ahead and finished 2-1. There's patterns forming and people are noticing and talking tactics.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you're all chatting as the day goes on. What works, what doesn't work, what will
Yeah.
you do, what will I do?
I don't know. I don't even know what my own name is half the time, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
I think she'd love to see a red here. All the reds
Yeah.
go comfortably. All the yellows do go as well. The one on the right-hand side is guarded, and the one at the top of the table, where you're going after it, could become an issue.
Yeah.
But there's certainly a chance on yellows. Just reds would have been easier, but didn't have that option. So sometimes you are forced into the hard colour set.
I must admit, I think I'd be tempted to be taking the yellow that's on the right handrail at the moment, running it up.
15-second shot clock in play.
This is really tough from here. Connections aren't great.
No, you're having to go side to side. It's a nice part.
Oh, and a beautiful nudge. I mean, the absolute ball in hand, perfect nudge on that red. The problem with that yellow at the top wasn't getting on it. It was getting onto something off it, and that nudge means she has the perfect angle. Still going to have to work hard from here.
She might have to use the red to be able to draw this back.
In an ideal world, you want to get straight in left centre.
Yeah.
That is not easy to do from here. So much angle that she's coming away from it by the looks of things. No, she has to take it now, yeah. She was just checking out the angle she wanted. Beautiful. Now, can she get to the left-hand side of that red?
Red.
It looks tight.
Yellow.
Yeah, but to the left-hand side of the red,
Oh,
to
sorry,
be
yeah.
on the yellow to the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah.
She certainly can. This has been brilliant.
Wow.
This is going to be awkward queuing, hampered over the red, but it's a straight pot with the 8 ball waiting. And 15 seconds a shot. She just caught herself. She wanted to go around and have a little wander. Yeah,
Wow.
Brilliant. Marion Jude showing us why she is a world champion. For me, the best clearance of the day so far, under huge pressure.
Yeah, I think it's why we've seen a lot of the matches, the first frames have taken a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I think a lot of players have come in cold, as you say, and it does take a little bit of getting used to. And it's also why that frame 1 has been particularly important. That's a great shot. Doesn't want to be straight. Yeah, it's pretty much perfect. What a shot that is from Marion Jude. Would have loved to have been a couple of ball rolls further up, but it's not bad.
Yeah, trickier than she would have wanted, but I think she'll get this pretty comfortably, to be honest. One of them that you can cue quite confidently as well, screw on and off the cushion.
Yeah. She also, as well, when she actually has to punch through a ball, she's such a confident potter,
Yeah,
like really
yeah.
clean. Job done for Marion Jude, 1-0.
I have to play. I'm in no rush.
Yeah, sitting quietly at the back is a pretty good strategy in this event, I'd suggest. We saw it in the men's competition earlier in the year, if you watched that with us.
Yeah.
Declan Brennan, I think, got all the way to the final 6,
Yeah,
hadn't touched the table.
insane. But again, you know, it's not like he's one of those players that you would expect people to call out, but to avoid everything random generators,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and make it all the way to the last 6.
Marion is going for these yellows. They look tricky at first glance, but just seeing where she's put a cue there. She's got the angle to get there. That yellow, just the triangle line, does go to the right centre. Just wonder what her plan is with the 2 yellows below it. 'Cause is she thinking plant?
Looks that way. I think the only danger with the plant is obviously sending the yellow you're making contact with into that red and not leaving it on.
Yeah, because it's going towards that side rail, isn't it?
Yeah.
This has to be really well judged.
Oh, what a
Oh,
great
wasn't it
shot.
just? Interesting to see those reds. They've formed a little bit of a wall for the cue ball here. Just needs to skirt around them.
The perfect angle to get out quite easily, though.
Yeah, look at that. Sort of visit when she came to the table, I thought these are a little bit sketchy, they're a bit tricky. So far, well, let's be honest, she's done all the hard work. This is
Yeah.
about just dotting the I's now. There's that internal monologue we talked about. Gives herself a telling off.
Yeah, left the wrong angle, but again, should be comfortable enough for her.
It's a touch of what I like to call the Phil Harrisons,
Yeah.
where you look absolutely infuriated when actually you're totally fine.
Yeah, leave the white on a sixpence and still have something to moan about.
It's what keeps the best players going, I think. Yeah, Marion calls her extension. This is tricky. I think she's looking at the cut here and just needs to make sure. Yeah, never in doubt.
Easy as you like.
She's a proper talent.
Oh,
Oh, and Marion Jude ends it
What a way to
in
finish.
style.
Oh, just rub a bit more salt in the wound, why don't you?
You've got to feel a little bit for Lynn Pinches there, you really do.
Yeah. And it was nearly
Almost a golden
duck.
duck, yeah, very true. And full credit to Lynn Pinches there. She saw the replay, she's taken that in fabulous spirit. But Marion Jude wins by 4-0 and does it with a golden break. Fabulous stuff from the world champion. Kerry, thank you very much.
I always thought this didn't go, but it clearly does. And this is what she played on twice and didn't quite get there then. Under pressure now into the final minute and a half. How good can Marion get on this 8 ball? Do you just take your medicine and take it long? Yes.
Yeah.
Straight 8 ball to the corner. And in it drops, it rattles, but it falls with 57 seconds left on the clock. We are all square. Oh, it's a good break, good split.
Yeah, they're there.
6 clean pots should be enough. Had to wait for the cue ball quite a bit there. This one in the middle is tight. If this goes, she's in favourite for it. And this red for it. And the calm to take her time on the final shot. And Marion Jude has done it. She wins the 6 red shootout.
Those have split nice as well, haven't they? I mean, she's made good contact, but the line was way off, wasn't it? The cue came in the air, but the split is lovely now for Marion.
Yeah, time for her to put together a finish from the break, and you'd feel with that break the back of this match.
A little bit of work to do on this shot, so that she's sure she's on a bit of a wrong angle for her, but she got the...
Oh, has it got the gap? I don't think so. That's awkward. On that line, it could have been an awful lot better. See, that's not the shot that went wrong. It's the one before, leaving that angle.
Yeah, I don't think she's even able to go use the red that she's closest to, top left either.
She can pop
So
this
she's
top
going
right,
top right.
which is a tough pot.
Blind pocket.
But this is where, knowing that Barbara's not on it, it just gives you that extra sense of freedom that you feel like you're not being punished for any mistakes. And if it reaches, it's in.
That's a lovely shot. Excellent.
Beautiful recovery pot. But this is exactly what we're talking about. If you're playing against a player that's, fizzing with confidence out there, all of a sudden that shot is so much harder because if you're thinking, oh, if I miss this, that's frame gone.
What we'll find as well, Marion's not quite on it,
No.
as she would expect to be. However, this match with Barbara not being on it, she'll just find a flow again, won't she? Ready for the next match.
Yeah, in a strange way. Yeah, I think you're right. The fact that she took 2 chances to win the first 2 frames. Obviously, it was an excellent safety shot in the end that earned her the second chance. First time round, she was gifted a second chance. This one, if this 8 ball goes in, will be a a reverse clearance, but didn't quite have the cue ball throughout like we know that she can.
Yeah.
But she still made it. Really surprised at that, and not obviously going in off. Massive surprise. It's a big misjudgment. I wonder if she was thinking about trying to go into the yellow and 8 ball there and got the line completely wrong, because there'd be no need to play that with any pace if you just were playing on the one to top right. You'd just be playing back near the cushion.
Yeah, but there was also no need to move the yellow by the 8 ball. So whichever way, it was a
Strange.
a strange shot. Yeah. And a big let off for Marion if you can roll these in, which fully expect her to. I think from speaking to Marion in this weekend, over this weekend, she is coming to the November Tour event, which I'm sure she'll do well enough to qualify to be a pro next year, which would be a massive addition to the tour.
Yeah. I hope one way or another, even if she wasn't able to
yeah,
make it, that Ultimate Paul would find a way to get her into those ranks, because she certainly deserves to be there. But yeah, no, great news that obviously she's committing more time to coming over from Paul. Obviously, it's a tough thing to do and a long way to travel.
Absolutely.
And that's not the best of shots she's ever played. Needed to pull that back a good few more inches. So I was going to have to find a shot here just to get onto this 8 ball. Needs to keep going. It's quite a bit short. Does this cut?
I don't. God.
It's very thin.
I'd be playing the double, I think. But she's looking at the. I do. I love talking to her. I love talking to her. And her mannerisms around the table, I think, are brilliant. Yeah, absolutely class. She has got a little bit of. It was Meg called this. Had a little bit of Phil Harrison about her being perfect and shaking her head.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a big shot, I think. 1 or 2-0, considering the chances they've both had in this frame.
What a shot from Marion Jude. Huge pressure, and comes up with a massive double and ties the scores up. Fully punishes the mistake from Harriet Haynes.
And that probably hurts Harriet a bit more, thinking she might have a chance to come back after the mistake as well. So then.
Two yellows are set to the left centre, so this is a really nice chance to get in front.
Yeah, she's on the plant now, so that's okay. Perfect. Ideally, I think she'd have wanted to play the plant last, but she's fine just to drop this in and then screw back up for the 8.
I know it looks a simple 8 ball, and it isn't too bad, but she would like to get relatively close to this.
Yeah, I think she will be pretty close to it.
Oh, she's got this just perfect, just to pull it straight back.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah, just one of those. Just give it tiniest bit of attention and don't take it for granted. But
yeah, I think you're dropping this dead weight, give it every chance. And these down the rails, these bags are quite accepting if you hit them decent. Yeah.
In it goes.
That was it.
2-1 in front, and
was that similar in the men's, or was it a case that the bounties were won previous to the...
Tom won it all.
Tom won out.
Tom won it all.
Shock, should have known. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same thing, but bounties kept getting beaten by the bounties. We had a bit more chopping and changing where there was bounties put on other people's heads, but nobody won the cash from beating a bounty, and then it ended up with only... Well, we had obviously Craig in the final against Tom, but he would have taken it off, off Tom's head, so Tom was carrying it all.
Yeah, we haven't seen the wheel spun at all this weekend, have we?
No,
one thing
not once.
that's not quite happened.
Nobody wanted to take you on. Well, I say nobody.
I'm not complaining about that. I'm not complaining.
We did obviously see Amy Heller-Stixon call out Marion Jude early. That was obviously a great moment.
Is that your highlight? What's your highlight of the weekend? So
That's no doubt. Yeah. No doubt. I think that call out was... I love the reasoning for it. I love the moment of it. I love the fact, I'm her first taste of ultimate pool, and she said, "Look, I'm here. I'm not going to be here. Maybe ever again. I want to take on the world champion." And I just love the way she put it, and she put on a really good match against her as well. But the point I want to make on the back of that is that I think the clearance that Marion made to go 2-1 up was my favourite clearance of the whole weekend as well. Thought it was fabulous the way she put that together under pressure. And she's made plenty since.
Yeah, she is. She is phenomenal. It's just all about the 8 ball here, really. If you can get close to it, you back yourself to overhit that one a little bit. You want to be the other side, wouldn't you?
Yeah, not guaranteed to get nicely on this 8 ball now.
No. That's going to be a big shot.
Yeah, another couple of turns would have been lovely, but good effort to get this close. Wasn't sure if she was just going to take her medicine and just drop that in, but wanted to get right behind it. Still a tough 8 ball from here. Oh, in it goes. Another brilliant 8 ball. 2 of those in the match, the double and then that one there. 8 ball. 8 ball. 8 ball. Golden break to win it. Marion Jude, for the 2nd time this weekend, has won a match with a golden break. It was slowly tracking there. That would have been torture for Harriet. Both players are studying the 8 ball. And in it drops, and we now know our final. We're very close to the 15 seconds a shot. Final 5 minutes. So wants to use every second here to kind of work out the plan. And then she'll have to go through things fairly quickly here. This will be her final shot at 30 seconds a shot.
Amazing how quickly this match has gone in terms of the scoreboard. It's still only 1-0, but less than 5 minutes to play. That first frame, so key.
Just kills the match clock. We've seen it on repeat this weekend, just tough layouts. Marion's picked a nice route here, but that's not the best of shots. Needed to finish short of the straight on the yellow to right centre, drift up to the one on the left-hand side. And then it's a case of dropping the last 3 balls in, and the 8 ball will be waiting now. Has to go for the double, which she has. Slightly overdone the cue ball, actually. May well still have to go. No, she's going to go the other way round. Probably leave a double on the other one then. If she was straighter on the one to top left, she would have taken it, dropped it in, and the one that she's just played would have been there still waiting to get onto this ball.
This is a long way off ideal.
She's nicely on this double, though. And it flies in. What a visit to the table.
I mean, this is clutch, isn't it? This is seriously, seriously clutch.
Very impressive.
Pain for Amy Beecham. And a chance for Marion Jude.
Well, it was an amazing chance for Amy to go 1 clear. It really was. It's a brilliant chance now for Marion Jude to go one clear and have the next break as well. These yellows are very nice. They just connect so well together. Would like to be able to deal with the two to right centre, back to back. So you'd go right centre, then the one to the left of the 8-ball straight in, but may not have the angle to do that. Yeah, she had to. Maybe she was topping through to try and get straight in on that yellow nearest the right centre, the bottom right, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem to come back out for it, but in an ideal world, she'd love that one to be off the table. Because this shot can definitely go wrong. Whereas if she was just trying to drop that previous one in, leave it straight, 8-ball would be waiting. Oh, beautiful control off the red.
Super shot.
The angle that she's left, Cuba will be doing some travelling here. I don't think the 8-ball goes bottom left, so she can't just drop it in. Just accepts a little bit further away and close to the cushion.
Bang. Was it ever in doubt? Marion Jude leads. Big puff of the cheeks.
Your last woman standing is Marion Jude.